Good afternoon. It's June 2nd. Sheriff Youngblood. This past week we've experienced nationally a horrendous episode on television involving the Minneapolis Police Department and a gentleman named George Floyd. We all know what the outcome of that was, and after looking at the entire video and talking to my staff, we could find no excuse for what these officers did and did not do. There's a requirement by law to intervene when force is being used by a police officer and you're a police officer. That didn't happen in this case. The use of a knee to hold someone down is not a training method that we teach or anyone else that I know of teaches. So there's no excuses for that. My staff and I have looked at all of our policies, because every time something like this happens, you review your policies and your procedures and make sure that you're using best practices, which we've done this week. And I want you to know that I demand, if a deputy is using excessive force, that another deputy intervenes if he's there, he or she. It's not a request. They know that it's mandatory. We've done a lot of things to try and mitigate abuses by officers. We've equipped all of our patrolmen with body-worn cameras. We use those cameras. We do audits on those cameras to ensure that the officers are doing what they're supposed to do. We also audit speed. We audit reports, and at random we pull those reports to see if we're using force that is unnecessary. We also have a system in internal affairs. If an officer gets numerous complaints, it's flagged, and we're notified that an officer is getting numerous complaints. We know that in Minneapolis, the officer allegedly had many complaints. We want to ensure that if an officer gets 2 or 3 complaints, that we pull that file, pull that officer in, and see if there's a problem, and see if we can resolve it before we have an incident like this. Make no mistake about it, this is horrific, and none of us, with what we're going through now, is not good for any of us. It's now time to have a real conversation with the community to serve and seek a resolution. We fully support people that want to protest. We're behind you 100%. Don't let your protest be hijacked by people who are in it for the wrong reasons, because you lose your message. And we've seen that across this country. So I would caution you to ensure that your protest is what you want it to be. Lastly, we're here to protect you and everyone, and we're going to do that. Make no mistake about it, our job is public safety, and we're going to protect you. So with that, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.